Are you a fan of first-person shooters? And are you looking for an engaging campaign packed with adrenaline, breathtaking moments, and a gripping story? Get ready to explore 18 single-player FPS games that are worth every second of gameplay. I'm Jax, and if you're new here, welcome to the Play Hunters channel. I provide daily content to ensure you don't miss a single detail of the gaming world. If you could subscribe to help me grow, I'd be thrilled, gamer to gamer. Kicking off our list is Wolfenstein II, set in an alternate universe where a totalitarian regime won World War II and now rules the United States with an iron fist. The story follows a resistance group fighting for the country's liberation, led by a determined protagonist intent on toppling the oppressive government. With a compelling narrative, memorable characters, and high-stakes moments, the game promises to captivate players from start to finish. The game delivers intense combat with a wide range of weapons and abilities at your disposal. The action is fast-paced and fluid, requiring quick reflexes and strategic decisions amidst the chaos. The level design also offers a good amount of exploration, providing different paths and approaches to tackle enemies. Beyond the combat, the plot delves into emotional dilemmas and survival issues, adding depth to the adventure. The story and action complement each other, creating a balance that keeps players immersed in a world of struggle and resistance, where every battle feels crucial. Continuing on, we have Cyberpunk 2077, a game that transports players to a dystopian future where advanced technology reshapes society amid rampant inequality and chaos. The game features a vibrant city filled with skyscrapers, neon lights, and a dangerous underworld that offers freedom to those willing to take risks. The story follows a mercenary whose journey places them at the heart of a complex plot involving powerful corporations, violent gangs, and technological secrets. The narrative promises a whirlwind of moral choices and dilemmas that shape not only the protagonist's fate, but also the unfolding of the world around them. Players find themselves in an environment where every decision can have drastic consequences, heightening immersion and the desire to explore every possibility. The freedom is one of the major draws. You can customize your character from appearance to abilities, crafting a unique style of combat and exploration. Encounters can be intense and explosive, but you can also take a more strategic approach, opting for stealth and hacking to manipulate the environment. The city, in turn, reacts dynamically to player choices, bringing a vibrant, living feel to every corner. Main and side missions ensure a brisk and varied pace, from thrilling chases to negotiations that can alter the course of the story. One of the game's biggest highlights is its exploration of deep themes such as social control, identity, and transhumanism. More than just an action game, the story raises questions about the impact of technology on humanity, offering thought-provoking dialogues that make players reflect. Visually, the environment is stunning, with a city packed with details that make it feel real and immersive. Every choice carries significant weight, making players feel fully engrossed in this high-stakes world of risk and reward. In third place, we have Metro Exodus, a game that immerses players in a post-apocalyptic Russia ravaged by radiation and fraught with dangers both above ground and below. The story follows a group of survivors who decide to leave the metro tunnels and explore the outside world, facing new threats in a hostile environment. The plot promises an intense and suspenseful journey, where every step can be fatal and survival is at stake. The oppressive atmosphere, mixed with moments of hope, creates a deep immersion for those who enjoy dark narratives. The game strikes a balance between action and exploration in a compelling way. Combat is tense and often demands precision and strategy, as resources are scarce and every bullet counts. Besides the usual shootouts, there are times when players need to explore desolate environments, gather supplies, and make critical decisions to progress in the story. The dynamic weather and day-night cycle also add layers of strategy, directly influencing how you interact with the environment. Another strong point is how the game blends frenetic action with an emotional narrative. As the story unfolds, players are faced with moral dilemmas and emotionally charged survival scenes. The sense of danger is constant, but there are also moments of calm and reflection where you can feel the weight of the choices made and how they impact the journey. This keeps players deeply engaged in a world full of challenges, where the fight for survival never seems easy. In fourth place, we have Titanfall 2, a game that impresses with its breathtaking single-player campaign. The story follows a soldier who, after unexpected events, teams up with an advanced combat robot. Together, they undertake intense missions that go far beyond a simple faction battle. The plot is filled with twists, and the relationship between the protagonist and the robot is a major highlight, bringing emotional moments and a bond that grows as the story progresses. The campaign stands out for its variety of challenges and the way it constantly encourages players to explore new environments and mechanics. There are moments of pure adrenaline, with rapid and precise shootouts, and others where the focus is on overcoming obstacles through unique abilities, both of the pilot and the robot. The balance between these different dynamics makes the story mode engaging, always offering something new to keep players immersed. The game's standout feature is the emotional depth of the story. It's more than just a shooter. The narrative goes further, showcasing the growth of the friendship between man and machine and how they need to rely on each other to survive in an unpredictable battlefield. Each mission advances this relationship, providing not only action, but also a rich and surprising narrative. In fifth place, we have Portal 1 and 2, two games that redefine the first-person puzzle genre with an innovative story and unique mechanics. The plot follows a protagonist trapped in a scientific testing facility, where they must use a portal gun to solve challenges and escape. The first game introduces the artificial intelligence that controls the facility, presenting a subtle narrative with memorable moments. The second title deepens the story, introducing new characters and expanding the game's universe, while maintaining the intelligent humor that won over many fans. The portal mechanics make the gameplay incredibly creative, forcing players to think in unexpected ways to overcome obstacles. Besides being a puzzle game, the story mode is driven by engaging dialogues and riddles that gradually reveal more about the mysterious facility where everything takes place. The sense of progress in each level is rewarding, and the difficulty curve is well adjusted, ensuring that both newcomers and veterans find suitable challenges. The second game in the series takes everything to the next level, with a deeper story and even more elaborate levels. The introduction of new elements, such as light bridges and gels with special properties, adds layers of complexity to solving puzzles, keeping players continuously engaged. The sarcastic humor and sharp dialogues ensure that the narrative remains entertaining, even during the most challenging moments. In sixth place is Halo, one of the most iconic and influential franchises in gaming, especially known for its single-player campaigns. Over the years, the series has built a grand universe where humanity fights for survival against powerful alien forces. Players take on the role of a super soldier tasked with protecting Earth and other space colonies from increasingly dire threats. The storyline stands out for its epic scale, with battles that determine the fate of entire civilizations, always filled with emotion and cinematic moments that elevate the narrative to another level. The campaigns are designed to balance frenetic action with strategic exploration, offering a variety of missions that keep players engaged. You'll find yourself immersed in vast battlefields, ranging from distant planets to advanced technological facilities, where combat unfolds quickly and smoothly. With each mission, the sense of participating in an intergalactic war intensifies, requiring not only skill but also tactics to overcome formidable enemies who demand more than just accurate shooting. The narrative goes beyond the combat, delving into profound themes of loyalty, sacrifice, and the cost of fighting for an uncertain future. Each new installment expands this universe, revealing more secrets and introducing new challenges, keeping the story fresh and unpredictable. This blend of compelling storytelling, impressive environments, and constant action ensures that the series remains a cornerstone of the first-person shooter genre. In seventh place is Crysis, set in the year 2020, where a military conflict between the United States and North Korea takes center stage. The story unfolds on an island in the Philippines, where an American research team loses contact with their government after North Korean forces invade. Players assume the role of an elite soldier, part of a mission to rescue the scientists and uncover what's really happening on the island. What starts as a direct military confrontation quickly evolves into something much darker as hidden secrets begin to emerge. The tension between the two military powers elevates the plot, with intense battles and a constant sense of urgency. The player's mission becomes increasingly complex as the setting changes, turning what seemed like a simple rescue operation into a struggle for survival against not only human enemies, but also extraterrestrial threats. This multi-front conflict keeps players immersed, while the narrative reveals more about the true nature of the threat on the island. Beyond the focus on military warfare, the game explores themes of invasion, control, and resistance. The remastering not only enhances the visual experience, but also reinforces the tense atmosphere of the story, with detailed landscapes and smooth gameplay that make players feel truly in the midst of the conflict. With each new stage, the plot deepens, making it clear that there is much more at stake than just national rivalries. In eighth place are Fallout 4 and Fallout New Vegas, two games that define the RPG genre in post-apocalyptic worlds. Both set in futures ravaged by nuclear wars, they bring stories of survival in environments where civilization has been virtually destroyed. These games stand out for their narrative depth and freedom of choice. Players carve their path through tough decisions, from alliances with factions to rebuilding settlements. The combat system blends action and strategy, allowing players to approach each situation creatively. Exploration is encouraged, with each location offering additional secrets and stories that enrich the narrative. Another highlight of these games is how they combine storytelling, combat, and customization. Both offer an open world full of dangers, where resource scarcity and the constant threat of enemies create an immersive experience. The sense of being in an environment where every decision matters and survival depends as much on strategy as on brute strength makes each player's journey unique. In ninth place is Rage 2, a game that blends an open-world post-apocalyptic setting with fast-paced, adrenaline-filled action. The story takes place in a devastated future where civilization has been almost wiped out, and players assume the role of one of the last survivors fighting against factions trying to dominate what's left. The plot involves a quest for revenge and a struggle against an oppressive authority trying to control resources and dictate the rules of this new world. The storyline is simple but effective, serving as a backdrop for intense action. The standout feature here is the swift combat and special abilities, allowing players to experience various ways of taking down enemies. The arsenal of weapons is diverse, and the combination with superhuman powers creates moments of pure cinematic action. The open world invites exploration, with vehicles ready to be used in side missions scattered across vast, dangerous, and secret-filled deserts, ensuring there's always something new to discover. The irreverent and exaggerated tone permeates both the narrative and the combat, bringing a fast-paced rhythm and moments of pure chaos that keep players engaged. Each confrontation is unique, and the freedom of choice in approaches adds a constant freshness to the gameplay. The vibrant visuals contrast with the devastated setting, creating a chaotic atmosphere that makes everything seem even more dynamic and thrilling. In 10th place, we have Borderlands 2, a game renowned for its unique blend of frantic action, sarcastic humor, and a vibrant open world. Set on a hostile planet, players join a group of bounty hunters searching for a mysterious vault filled with secrets and riches. Throughout their adventure, players encounter various enemy factions and face constant challenges from a charismatic and ruthless villain who tries to thwart their plans at every turn. What truly stands out here is the diverse gameplay and the nearly limitless array of weapons and gear that can be collected. Each weapon features its own characteristics, allowing for creative approaches to combat. The game's distinctive visual style, with its cel-shaded graphics, adds a cartoonish touch to the chaos and violence, creating a fun and charming aesthetic. Side missions are also rich in humor and surprises, ensuring players always have something new to discover. Another strong point is the narrative, filled with sharp dialogues and absurd situations. The plot doesn't take itself too seriously, making the unfolding events even more entertaining. Amidst jokes and twists, players are immersed in a world of exaggerations, yet it remains cohesive with a dangerous and opportunity-filled environment. The combination of humor and action keeps each session unpredictable and thrilling, ensuring players stay engaged from start to finish. In 11th place, we find Far Cry 3, a game that redefines survival in a perilous open world. The story follows a group of friends who, after an accident, find themselves trapped on a tropical island controlled by pirates and mercenaries. The protagonist, an inexperienced young man, must confront his fears and quickly grow as he attempts to rescue his friends and survive the island's threats. The narrative blends action with psychological elements, exploring the character's transformation as he adapts to the brutality of his surroundings. What makes the game so captivating is the freedom players have to explore the island and tackle challenges as they see fit. From intense shootouts and ambushes to stealthy maneuvers, the possibilities are vast. Combat is dynamic, featuring a diverse arsenal of weapons and skills that can be upgraded as the character evolves. The tropical setting, rich with details and wildlife, offers deep immersion, with each new area presenting different challenges and exploration opportunities. Another highlight is the engaging narrative, which goes beyond mere survival. The antagonist, with his unpredictable and chaotic personality, heightens the tension and creates memorable moments throughout the journey. The story delves into themes of madness and power, providing unexpected twists that keep players on their toes. The blend of action, exploration, and an intriguing plot makes this game a milestone in the genre. Next up is RoboCop Rogue City, which revives the relentless action of the classic RoboCop films in a first-person shooter. Set in a futuristic, decaying Detroit, the protagonist, a cyborg police officer, fights to restore order amid urban chaos. The narrative captures the essence of the films, with a mix of brutal combat, moral dilemmas, and the ongoing battle against the city's corruption. For sci-fi and franchise fans, the game offers a nostalgic experience with modern, intense twists. Combat is a standout feature, allowing players to use a variety of classic weapons, along with special abilities acquired by the protagonist as a combat machine. The grim setting of Detroit immerses players in dangerous streets and challenging environments where criminals and gangs dominate. The action is intense, with adrenaline-pumping shootouts and missions that require both quick reflexes and strategic decisions. The game explores the character's human side, delving into his internal conflicts as he struggles to balance his cyborg identity with his humanity. The narrative presents ethical and moral dilemmas, reflecting on what it means to be human in a modified body. This mix of frenetic action and emotionally charged storytelling appeals to both new players and longtime fans of the franchise. We have Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2, two games that revolutionized the first-person shooter genre with their engaging narrative and innovative gameplay. The first game places players in the role of a scientist who, after a catastrophic experiment, must survive an alien invasion in a secret facility. The sequel deepens the story, taking the protagonist to a world controlled by an oppressive force, where he joins a resistance to fight for freedom. The plot is filled with mystery, with sci-fi elements that keep players intrigued. The difference lies in the way the story is presented. Without traditional cutscenes, players experience events in real time, creating a unique immersion. Combat is dynamic, with a variety of weapons and the ability to interact with the environment in creative ways. The combination of action, narrative, and a well-crafted universe has made these games true milestones in video game history. In 14th place, we have Battlefield V, a game that transports players back to the World War II era, offering an engaging narrative and action-packed missions. The single-player campaign shines with its war stories format, where players experience different perspectives of the conflict, taking on the roles of soldiers from various nationalities in iconic battles. Each story provides a unique view of the war's horrors and heroism, creating a gripping narrative that goes beyond traditional combat. The game features smooth gameplay, with expansive and detailed environments that allow players to explore different battlefield strategies. From intense shootouts to moments of pure stealth, each mission demands a tailored approach. The variety of weapons and vehicles adds depth to the battles, ensuring they never become repetitive. The feeling of being in the midst of major conflicts is enhanced by the meticulous attention to detail in both the environment design and the dynamics of the battles. Another strong point is how the game presents history through its war stories. These individual narratives offer a more personal view of the war, letting players see how the conflict affected different parts of the world. Unlike a linear storyline, this format provides a multifaceted perspective on the conflict, making the immersion even deeper. The varied missions maintain high tension, making the single-player campaign one of the game's highlights. In 15th place, we have Bioshock, a franchise that blends first-person action with a deep and engaging narrative. Each game in the series is set in a unique and captivating environment, with the first taking place in an underwater city called Rapture, while the third transports us to the skies with the floating city of Columbia. Players are immersed in a world full of mysteries, where the search for truth and survival intertwines in an intriguing manner. The franchise is known for exploring philosophical, political, and moral themes, enriching the experience in a distinctive way. Combat in the games is dynamic and varied, allowing players to use both conventional weapons and special abilities, known as plasmids or vigors, to face enemies. The design of the environments encourages thorough exploration, with each corner hiding secrets that help expand understanding of the story and the surrounding universe. The sense of progression is constant, with challenges that require creative and tactical approaches to overcome various threats. The most striking aspect of the franchise is its narrative, which goes far beyond the combat. Themes of freedom, control, and human nature are explored in profound ways, providing unexpected twists and moments of reflection. Every decision made by the player influences the unfolding of the story, ensuring an emotional connection to the events. The blend of action, exploration, and a rich, meaningful story makes this franchise one of the greatest ever created. In 16th place, we have Bulletstorm, a game that takes first-person action to an extreme level with intense, creative combat. The story follows a group of mercenaries seeking revenge after being betrayed, leading them to a dangerous planet. While the plot is straightforward, it effectively sets the stage for the game's real highlight: its unique and visceral gameplay, which encourages players to eliminate enemies in increasingly bold and extravagant ways, rewarding creativity during battles. The standout feature is the skill shot system, where players are rewarded for taking out enemies in innovative and unusual ways. With a wide range of weapons and abilities, each fight becomes a chaotic spectacle full of opportunities to experiment with new tactics. Throwing enemies into the air, electrocuting them, or using them as tools of destruction becomes part of the combat's dynamism, pushing players to think outside the box. Beyond the frenetic action, the sharp humor and sarcastic dialogues add an irreverent touch to the storyline, contrasting with the brutality of the clashes. The vibrant and varied environments offer different ways to interact, ensuring that each new setting presents fresh challenges and possibilities. This blend of creative gameplay and a relaxed tone makes this title a memorable and enjoyable experience in the shooting genre. In 17th place, we have Deus Ex: Mankind Divided, a game that blends first-person action with RPG elements and a deep narrative exploring themes of transhumanism and social segregation. Set in a dystopian future, players assume the role of a cybernetically enhanced security agent in a world where humans and those with technological enhancements live in constant tension. The plot is filled with political intrigue and conspiracies, and the protagonist's journey involves not just action, but also moral choices that shape the course of the story. The gameplay is extremely flexible, allowing players to choose a stealthy approach to avoid direct confrontations or dive into intense shootouts. The character's cybernetic abilities provide various tactical options, from hacking systems to efficiently neutralizing enemies. Exploration is encouraged, with detailed and interactive environments that reward curiosity and offer multiple ways to solve challenges. Another highlight is how the storyline tackles issues of ethics and identity, prompting players to reflect on the impact of technology on society and human relationships. The narrative delves into complex moral dilemmas, with each choice affecting the story's progression. This balance between action, stealth, and an engaging narrative makes the game an immersive experience, where every decision carries real weight. In 18th place, we have Modern Warfare II, a game that made a significant impact with its intense and cinematic campaign. The story revolves around a fictional global conflict, where players take on the roles of different characters, each providing a unique perspective on the events. The narrative is packed with action and twists, with dramatic moments that left many players breathless. From start to finish, the plot maintains a fast pace, guiding players through high-tension missions in diverse locations, from war-torn cities to secret bases. The combat is dynamic and immersive, featuring fast-paced, intense shootouts. The extensive arsenal of weapons provides players with various options to confront enemies in creative ways. Additionally, the missions are designed to offer a variety of scenarios and challenges, alternating between large-scale shootouts and stealth moments that require more strategy. This variety keeps players constantly engaged, with each mission bringing something new and exciting. Another standout feature is the way the story is presented, with cinematic scenes that enhance immersion and create the feeling of participating in a true action blockbuster. The plot raises questions about loyalty, betrayal, and the costs of war, and the twists ensure players remain hooked on the narrative until the end. The impact this game has had on the FPS genre continues to be a benchmark, both for its gameplay and its narrative approach. And I'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite among these games? And if you know of any games that should have made the list but didn't, share them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the Play Hunters channel and turn on notifications to stay updated with all the latest news and game releases. Also, check out the video linked on the card about the best single-player games of all time. And see you tomorrow.